Hello students, now we see the example of chapter number 15. First of all, question number 1, a coin is tossed 1000 times with the following frequency. Head is 455 times and tail is 545 times. Compute the probability for each event. So here our total outcomes is equal to 1000. Okay. First of all, we need to find the probability for head. So for head, favorable outcomes is 455 divided by total outcomes 1000. So 0.455. 3 digit before 3 digit we need to put the decimal point. So 0.455. Okay. For head, this is favorable outcomes and 1000 is total outcomes. And same thing for the tail, favorable outcomes 545 and divide by total number of outcomes 1000. Now here total 250 days forecast are there. Out of that 175 times correct forecast are there. So if we subtract this number, so we get the number of days. If we get the incorrect forecast, it is 75. Right? Total 250 days are there. 175 times correct forecast are there. So remaining 75 days incorrect forecast are there. Right? Because we need to find the probability for incorrect forecast right now. So we need to find the number of days in which the forecast is incorrect. So it's a 75 times. So that 75 becomes our favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. It is fixed 250. Here 25 threes are and 25 tens are. 25 cut 3 by 10 0.3. Okay. After that, question number 6. A tire manufacturing company kept a record of the distance covered before a tire needed to be replaced. The table shows the result of 1000 cases. Okay, distance less than 4000, frequency is 20. 4000 to 9000, frequency is 210. Right? That means if we cover the distance 4000 to 9000 kilometer, so we need to change the time 210 times. Okay. For 9001 to 14000, we need to change the tire 325 times. Now we need to find the probability. If you buy a tire of this company, what is the probability that it will need to replace before it has covered 4000 kilometers? Now before 4000, that means less than 4000, frequency is 20. Okay, before 4000, that means less than 4000, frequency is 20. So this 20 becomes our favorable outcomes and this 1000 becomes our total number of outcomes, because total 1000 results are given to you. Okay, so favorable outcome 20 divided by 1000. So 110 cut. Now 2 divided by 100, 0.02. So our first answer is 0.02. Okay. After that, second question. It will last more than 9000 kilometer. Okay. Now more than 9000 kilometer. So these are the more than 9000, because 9000 to 14000, it is more than 9000, and this is even more than 14000, it is even more than 9000. So for more than 9000, we need to consider this 2 value. So we need to add this 2 value. So 325 plus 445, we get 770. Right? So favorable outcomes, for favorable outcomes we need to add this 2 number, it is 770, and divided by total number of outcomes 1000. Okay, for more than 9000 we have 2 frequency, so we need to add that 2 frequency. So this is becomes our favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. So here addition 770 divided by total outcomes 1000, 110 cut. Now 77 divided by 100, 0.77. Okay. At last, question number 3. It will need to be replaced after it has covered somewhere between 4000 to 14000. Now 4,000 to 14,000. So this one, right? 4,000 to 14,000. So in that 4,000 to 9,000 and 9,001 to 14,000. So we need to consider this two value. So we need to add this to frequency. So 210 plus 325 is equals to 535. This becomes our favorable outcomes. Okay, in between 4,000 to 14,000, we need to add this to frequency 535. It becomes our favorable outcome. So 535 favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes 1000. Okay, now we need to put decimal point before 3 digits. So 0.535. This is the answer of this probability. Okay, after that, question number 7. The percentage of marks obtained by a student in monthly unit test are given below. In first unit test, percentage of marks obtained 69, in second unit test 71, third 73, fourth 68 and fifth 74. Now based on this data, find the probability that the student get more than 70 marks in a unit test. Okay, find the probability that the student gets more than 70 marks in a unit test. First of all, total how many marks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 unit test, right? So total outcomes is equals to 5. Total 5 marks are there. So total outcomes is equals to 5. Now in that we need to find the probability for more than 70 percentage. So total how many times student get the more than 70 percentage? Total how many times student get the more than 70 percentage marks? So here more than 70, here more than 70 and here more than 70. So total 3 times student get the marks more than 70 percentage. So favorable outcomes is 3. Okay, total outcomes, total 5 marks are there. So total outcomes 5. And in that 3 times he get the marks more than 70 percentage. So this 3 becomes our favorable outcome. So probability is 3 by 5. Okay, we can put as it is 3 by 5, otherwise we can write the answer in decimal point. Okay, 3 by 5. If we divide 3 by 5, we get the answer 0.6. Okay. After that, question number 8. An insurance company selected 2000 drivers at random in a particular city to find a relationship between age and accidents. The data obtained are given in the following table. Right? Accident in 1 year is given to you and age of drivers is given to you. Find the probability of the following event for a driver chosen at random from this city. First question is, being 18 to 29 years of age and having exactly 3 accidents in 1 year. So we need to follow both this possibility. 18 to 29 age and exactly 3 accident, it is 61. Right? 18 to 29 age and 3 accidents. So our answer is 61. So this 61 becomes our favorable outcomes. Divided by total number of outcomes, it is 2000. Right? Because 2000 drivers are there. So total outcomes 2000. Okay, for 18 to 29 age and 3 accident, we have 61 drivers. So that 61 is our favorable outcomes. So 61 divided by total number of outcomes 2000. So 61 divided by 2000. So 61 divided by 2000. If we divide this 61 divided by 2000, we get the answer 0.0305. But we do not need to do it. Okay, we can put this answer 61 divided by 2000 as it is. Okay, then second question. Being 30 to 50 years of age and having 1 or more accidents in a year. Being 30 to 50 years of age and having 1 or more accidents in a year. Now age 30 to 50 and having 1 or more than 1. So 1 or more than 1, that means all this. Okay, 1 or more than 1, but we need to check it in the category of 30 to 50, that means all these numbers. Okay, category 30 to 50 years and having one or more accidents, so one, otherwise more than one. So we need to add all these four number, 125 plus 60 plus 22 plus 18, we get the answer 225. So this 225 becomes our favorable outcomes, and divided by total number of outcomes 2000. So 225 divided by 2000. Okay, if we divide this, we get the answer 0.1125. Otherwise we can even simplify it. This is a 25 nines, and here 25 into 80, right? So 25 got 9 by 80. This answer even you can write. Okay, then having no accidents in 1 year. Having no accidents in 1 year. Here there is no age limit, right? We just need to check zero accidents. So all these three value we need to consider here, because here we do not have any age restriction. Okay, so add this three number for zero accident. 440 plus 505 plus 360 1305. So this 1305, this is our favorable outcomes. Okay, and for finding out the probability, favorable outcome divided by total number of outcomes 2000, right? So this is 5 multiply 400, and here 5 multiply 241, right? So 5 cut, we can write the answer 241 divided by 400. Otherwise we can write the answer in decimal points 2. Okay, it's your choice. After that, example 9. Consider the frequency distribution table in 14.3 example 4 chapter 14, which gives the weight of 38 students of a class. Which gives the weight of 38 students of a class. So our total number of outcomes is equal to 38. Find the probability that the weight of a student in the class lies in the intervals 46 to 50. So if you look at the table 14.3, so in that, in between 46 to 50 kg, there is number of students is equal to 3. Okay, in category of 46 to 50 kg, we have 3 students. So that's 3 is becomes our favorable outcomes, and total outcomes is 38. So probability of event E is equal to favorable outcomes 3 divided by total outcomes 38. So this is the answer. Okay. Give two event in this context, one having probability 0 and other having probability 1. Okay. So for instance, consider the event that a student weight 30 kg. Since no student has this weight, the probability of occurrence of this event is 0, because in that table we do not have any student which contain the weight 30 kg. So if we want to find the probability for weight 30 kg, so there is no students, so 0 by total outcomes 38, so our probability is 0. Okay, and for probability 1, we need to consider probability of student weighting more than 30 kg, because all the students have the weight more than 30 kg. Okay, all the students have the weight more than 30 kg. So all the students, that means 38 is our favorable outcomes, and total outcomes it is even 38. So our probability is 1. Okay, so for 0 probability, we need to take the event that a student has a weight 30 kg, because there is no student have the weight 30 kg. So number of students 0, so probability is 0. And if you want the probability 1, then just consider the event that student have the weight more than 30 kg. All the students have the weight more than 30 kg. So probability or favorable outcomes 38 and total outcomes 38. 38 by 38, 1. Now question number 10. Read this question. 50 seats were selected at random from each of 5 bags of seats and were kept under standardized conditions favorable to germination. After 20 days, the number of seeds which had germinated in collection were counted and recorded as follow. Bags is given to you and number of seeds germinated is given to you. What is the probability that germination of more than 40 seeds in a bag? More than 40 seeds in a bag. After that 49 seeds and more than 35. Okay, first of all, for more than 40 seeds, total 5 seeds are there, 5 bags are there. So total outcomes is equals to 5. Now for first question, more than 40. So this is 48 is more than 40, 42 we need to consider and 41 we need to consider. Here we cannot consider 40 because we do not want 40 but we want more than 40. Okay, and 39 it is less than 40. So this 2 bags is not, we need to consider. So we need to consider this 3 bags, right? So 3 is our favorable outcomes and total number of bags is our favorable outcomes. So 3 by 5. Okay, here 3 bags are there which contain more than 40 seeds. Okay, so favorable outcome 3, total outcomes, total number of bags 5, so 3 by 5. Then 49 seeds. Here we do not have any observation in which number of seed is equals to 49. So 0. We do not have any bags, so 0 bags divided by total bags 5. Answer is 0. Okay, here we do not have any bag which contain 49 seeds. Here we do not have any bags which contain the number of seeds equals to 49. So 0 divided by total bags 5. So 0. After that, more than 35 seeds in a bag. So this is more than 35, this is even more than 35, this is even more than 35, this is even more than 35, and this is even more than 35. So all the bags, that means 5 bags, this becomes our favorable outcomes, and total number of bags, it is even 5. So 5 cut, probability is 1. Okay, we need to find the probability for more than 35 seeds. So all this bag contain the more than 35 seeds. So favorable outcomes 5, that means more than 35 seeds. It is in 5 bags and total bags it is even 5. 5 cut, probability is 1. Okay, so students, here our all the examples are complete. If you have any doubt, so please write down in comment section. I will give you the answer. Thank you.